Hi, welcome to Live with Prophet Russ. Today I'm going to break the norm of what I usually do in this broadcast because the Lord told me to talk to you about what your faith can do. And as I looked up the scriptures pertaining to this, I was impressed that I haven't heard much teaching over the years about this specific thing. Did you know that there are 24 your faith statements in the scripture, mostly from Jesus, talking about what your faith can do? Now, 24 is a very interesting number. For instance, there are 24 elders around the throne, and Jesus is enthroned in your faith, in your heart. Jesus is enthroned in your heart, and he is enthroned in the heavens. And in the heavens, there are 24 elders, and in your natural heart, you have 24 ribs. So your body, your rib cage with your heart on the inside of it, is a representation. It's a type, a shadow, a symbol, if you will, of the throne of God, and Jesus enthroned on your heart. And the 24 elders represent the power of what your faith can do. So what is he saying? That we have Jesus in our heart, but we want to surround him. Have you ever thought about this? To surround him with your faith. And there are instances in Scripture where people responded in faith to Jesus. What I hear the Lord say is they ambushed Jesus with their faith. And like the woman who had the issue of blood, and Jesus didn't even know what was going on, and she touched him. She ambushed him with her faith. What are you doing with your faith? Go out and ambush Jesus with your faith today. Jesus is in your heart. Surround him with you. Say, Jesus, I've got you surrounded. Surround him with your faith. Now let's look at some of these verses, because the number 24, it's all about promotion, advancement, honor, coming into your own, moving in double portion authority, because 24 is 12 times 2, 12 apostles that Jesus appointed. And so there's something to be said to us in Scripture about your faith, about my faith. Now, Jesus, let's just read the verses. Matthew 9:29. Jesus touched the eyes of some blind men, and he said, according to your faith, be it done unto you. Now, is your faith small? Say, what's God doing in my life? If it doesn't seem to be doing much, perhaps it's according to your faith. Your faith sets the metric for what God does in your life. And these people were blind, and their eyes were open. Can you imagine? They had big faith. They ambushed Jesus with their faith. They surrounded him with their faith. And then he told the disciples, he said, where is your faith? So they were in a pickle. They were trying to cast out a demon. They couldn't get it done. Here comes Jesus. Oh, here's Jesus. Jesus has come. Would you do something? And he says, hold on just a minute. Where is your faith? See, what was happening there at that moment was according to their faith. And Jesus showed up, and their faith was so minuscule, he couldn't even find it. Where is your faith? He was sorting through all their hearts. Where is your faith? If you will give him some faith, then you will see the faith you give him establish the metric for what God does next in your life. Paul, writing to the Romans, he said, I thank God for you all that your faith is spoken throughout the world. Oh, no, we don't want to talk about our faith. We want to talk about Jesus. Your faith is that which magnifies Jesus. Your faith is the lens through which Jesus is seen. And then we can go on. Your faith, your faith, your faith. I challenge you today to go to the scriptures and just do a search for that phrase, your faith, and find out what your faith can do. And then surround Jesus with your faith. Like the 24 elders, they represent your faith. Because it seems, one man said, that God will do nothing in the earth except a man first ask him. So the 24 elders are like, they're around the throne. They're around the throne sanctioning what God is doing in the earth, because he always wants a man to work with. And so let your faith sanction what God does in your life today. Does that resonate with you? Listen, share this word with somebody else. Faith works by love. And something when you immediately act in love, when a moment of faith registers in your heart, it creates a release of the Spirit. So share this word with somebody who needs some encouragement today, and then mix this word with some faith by sowing into the word using the text to give information on your screen. Go to fathersheartministry.net and click on this subscribe button. I want to be the prophet in your life. 2 Chronicles 20:20 says that if we believe the prophets, so shall we prosper. And that word prosper in the Hebrew means come to breakthrough. Are you ready to come to breakthrough? Well, having a prophet in your life is part of how that happens. And I want to connect with you in that way. God bless.